Good Friday morning and welcome to our Friday market wrap up here at Top Gun Options. My name is Matthew Buckley. My call sign is Wiz. And some of you might be like, what's good about this Friday morning? Well, first of all, if you're watching this video, you woke up. Have a little bit of gratitude, folks. You woke up, roof over your head, running water. You clearly have an internet connection or a phone. Maybe you woke up in a house full of loved ones or pets or whatever it is, man. You woke up. Show some gratitude. Now, if you're miserable because the market's imploding, let me be blunt. You're doing it wrong. As an options trader, this is a target-rich environment. Matter of fact, no offense, as an options trader, I prefer down markets. Volatility increases and we print money, right? Ladies and gentlemen, everybody's a genius, right? When the market is going straight up. Everybody's a genius, aren't we, Wiz? Yeah, everybody's a genius when the market goes straight up, as the Federal Reserve is literally printing money out of thin air. And Democrats, for the past 4 years, the Inflation Reduction Act actually caused inflation, separate story. But folks, this is a crack pipe. If you're a Top Gun Options member, you know I sometimes called it a MacGyver market. This thing was being held up there by paper clips, a straw, and a rubber band, man. This is what happens when, remember the last administration, the adults are back in charge. Clearly, they're not. The adults are back in charge this time, and there is going to be a little bit of volatility and pullback. But if you're panicking right now, is this your first rodeo? Take a look at it. So, Wiz, the markets are melting down. Let's go take a look at the meltdown, folks. That's the meltdown. Look at the top. There we are, folks. Let me zoom back out. This picture, folks, right here. To the left of this chart, in 1991 was when I reported to Naval Air Station Key West as a young ensign in the United States Navy and started investing. Since I started it, clearly this is all my doing, right? No. Since I started investing, folks, the S&P 500 is up, what, over 900%. I'm old enough to remember the dot-com boom. Oh my God, the markets are going to go to zero. We're all going to die. Nope. I'm old enough to remember the financial crisis. Why am I old enough to remember it? Because I was there. I was in the Chicago Board of Trade. I was in the Chicago Board Options Exchange. I was at the VIX pits and saw it hit 94 or 5, whatever it topped out at that day. What happened? Where's code 9/11? There's COVID. Oh, the pandemic. A level 4 lab in China. A virus escaped. We're all going to die. World's markets are going to zero. Nope. Every pullback, folks, has been a buying opportunity. But if you have no cash right now or you're getting margin calls, you failed. Now, that kind of sucks to hear from me, but learn from your current mistakes. Don't let this happen again. I tell Top Gun Options members, keep, 50, 25% in cash. Why? Because of this. I love these implosions because people panic sell, and what do? Walk into the movie theater where everybody screamed running out of, and I pick up people's wallets and pocketbooks and make money. Ladies and gentlemen, learn. Well, speaking of learning, starting Monday at 10 a.m. Eastern, I'm going to open the doors for 3 days. I'm the only guy that does this, man. Everybody else gives a presentation with 103 PowerPoint slides, death by PowerPoint, and they show you old dated trades and they only usually show you profit. I don't. I open up my doors for 3 days in a row with current members. You're going to show up in a normal live trade brief with my existing members so you get to see current flight operations. Not made up, not handpicked winning trades. Going to show you everything. We have a losing trade next week over those couple days. You're going to get to see it and how I manage it or whatever. But head to go.topgunoptions.com/full-throttle. But one more time, folks, and I'm sorry if this hurts for you, but you're doing it wrong if you aren't making money in this market, okay? With options, you can hedge. We can protect your long-term bullish positions that are red right now. And then tactically, we can trade the S&P 500. Let me go show you this tweet here. Josh Brown. This dude's an idiot, man. Yesterday on, what was it, the lunchtime report or whatever it's called, he read some JP Morgan research note And he read it. I love the way this guy says it. Can't stop laughing at Josh Brown reading this JP Morgan research note like he's MLK on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial. Some guy was like, when you have a felon and market this, and when it's the worst thing I've ever seen on CNBC, and that's saying a lot, right? It was panic and mass hysteria going on. I'll take the guy over the head of global, what's his name? The head of global research at Bank of America. You ready? Let's read this. The global handoff from big government to the free market may prove slippery, but it seems necessary given large deficits and bloated debt burdens. Economic growth has been enabled by unsustainable government support and protectionist policies. It may take time for private sector job growth to accelerate, for government workers to resettle, and for broad-based corporate profits to rise, and for global trade to be what? Fair. Say it with me. In our view, the likely productivity gains from a market-based economic reboot are greater than the risks. And the risk from the unsustainable status quo of debt-financed, tepid, and narrow economic growth are severe, right? So stop with the pearl clutching, Josh and guy at JP Morgan. It's embarrassing. That picture I showed you of the market just simply going up and to the right is going to happen. Money flows, folks. When I ran the bonus board up in Chicago, I didn't pay people at the end of the year like, hey, Wiz, I sat in cash all year. Okay, great, you're fired. Money has to flow somewhere, folks, whether if you're a prop shop, a family office, an institutional investor, or firm, you got to put your money somewhere and get a return, right? So it's just absolutely ridiculous to see the panic going on. And by the way, folks, what was this, a 10-ish% pullback in the S&P 500 or whatever it was? We've had a couple of one or two under Joe Biden. I didn't see people jumping out of windows when that happened, okay? And remember, folks, tariffs, we've seen it in the past 2 months. Trump throw a tariff on, and then 3 hours later, the other party goes, okay, sorry, let's go talk somewhere. These things can be placed and removed in the blink of an eye. So we were way overextended. We had a 2-year rip your face off rally. Why? Near zero interest rates out of the Fed. And then in December of 23, right here, Jerome Powell said, I think we might cut rates next year. When did he, look at that. He jawboned the market higher. When did he cut rates? In front of the election. And he cut rates 50 basis points as inflation CPI was going up. What a political hit job, folks. And it didn't work, Jerome. You're soon to be fired. But we had great news this week, folks. Inflation cooled lower than expected. And of course, I haven't seen a single Democrat on X say anything about egg prices. They've collapsed 24%. So if you're a tactical trader, folks, you're miserable. If you're a strategic trader, like we are at TOPGUN Options, and we're also tactical, you're great. Now, I get it. Some of my long-term bullish positions are taking it on the chin. But they're long-term bullish positions. Amazon, JP Morgan, Bank of America, SIBO, all of those names are solid names and will move up and to the right. Folks, take this as a learning opportunity if you're not doing too good right now. I will teach you how to do good in any market condition. Go.topgunoptions.com/full-throttle. And look right now, folks, we even have a little bit of a nice gap up at the open. The S&P at its high was up about 1.5% today. This is a target-rich environment. I promise you, this isn't that hard, folks, if you use your brain. One more time, go.topgunoptions.com/full-throttle. Remember, you don't have to attend all the live trade briefs. Once you register, I'll give you access to the replay. Trading is a form of combat. There's a winner and there's a loser, and I guarantee you at TOPGUN Options, I'm going to put you on the winning side. Have a great rest of your day. I know I will. Fights on, namaste, and basi, basi. Basi means truth. Wiz out.